everyone. Welcome back to the MissJudged podcast. Obviously, I'm your host, Alyssa. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the YouTube guys at MissJudged podcast. I have two special guests in the studio today, guys. We have Butters in the studio today. Butters, say hi to everyone. He is my little baby Pikachu, and he is here.
He's so cute.
And guys.
And well-behaved, too.
Yes.
I haven't heard him bark yet.
He will never bark. He is a 14-year-old gentleman.
And he just chills.
He's going to go to sleep. Guys, we have Ricky Liorti in the studio today.
Thank you for having me.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, honestly, you did. You bang on.
You know what? Because, the ethnic names. Yeah, we got to know.
No, thank you for having me. This is so nice. Anytime I get to travel to a different city and go on a podcast, I think it's like the coolest thing ever.
I am so obsessed because, okay, guys, I found you years ago, maybe like 2 years ago. You went on Girls Gotta Eat. And I was listening to this episode and I'm like, he sounds so centered for a man. No, I'm just kidding.
I got roasted on that podcast though. Did you see the comments?
Oh, I don't read comments.
We had such a genuine, good, fun conversation. And I got along with the girls really well.
Yeah.
And then the podcast episode comes out and I just got chewed apart.
Honestly, people love to hate. I love my haters in the comments. I'm like, thanks for the engagement.
Yeah. For me, I just found it funny. I was like, so when a man loves himself and he's been through something and he's come out the other end and he's on top of the world metaphorically and he knows what he wants and he's not willing to settle, that's bullshit. We got to bash him. Fuck men. But when a woman does it, it's like, oh yeah, good for you, girl. We got it.
Don't worry. The women get it from the men too.
Yeah, fair enough. But I literally made a TikTok right after that because I saw the comments. I'm getting absolutely roasted. And I'm like, we had a genuine fun conversation.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad.
No, and some women are roasting me and I'm like, if I was at my bottom, the same woman would be like, no, keep going. You got this. You love yourself. Be the best version of yourself. They'd be rooting me on. But now that I'm at the top again, it's like, fuck you. You're an asshole, you're cocky, you're this, you're that. You're not going to get anybody because you want this imaginary unicorn woman. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, we're going to get into it because today's show is going to be about soft boys, fuck boys, and mixed signals. And we're going to get the male perspective on this because
love it.
I have girls come on and the men get in the comments and they're like, oh, women hating men. First of all, anyone who listens to the full episodes know I equally hate women and men. I can be a misanthrope at times.
You're just a hater.
I can be a misanthrope. I'm like, dog, give me a planet with dogs. But I will always call out bad female behavior as much as I will call out bad male behavior. Yep. It is not... I have some friends, they'll tell me a dating story and I'm like, babe, you need therapy. I am the honest friend.
100%.
So this pod is me being everyone's honest friend.
I love it.
You're going to hear shit you don't like.
And I'll tell it to people's face too. 100%.
100.
Funny enough, I went on another podcast too and I was saying that I don't think people should date until they love themselves. Be the best version of yourselves and then find somebody who makes you even better. And someone's like, no, I met my partner when I was at my worst and she completed me. I'm like, do you understand how bad that sounds?
Codependent.
I didn't want to say it because, again, I was the only single guy on that podcast. Yeah. And I was just like, this sounds really bad. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to shut my mouth. 6 months later, they break up.
Do you know what? When everyone is like, oh, but you're single, you don't get it. Yes, I chose this life because I've witnessed all you bitches in your horrible relationships that are toxic. And I was noping out of that. I don't want this dynamic.
People are like, oh, you're too picky. That's why you're not in a relationship. I'm like, I think that's how everybody should be.
Truly.
I'm single because I'm not going to settle for anything less than my perfect. And I meet people all the time, they would make a great wife, a great mother. But I don't want to settle for great. My life is better than great right now. Why would I downgrade my life?
Oh, shit. That would fuck me up if a guy was like, look, you're great, but I can do better than this.
It's not that I can do better. It's just I'm already at a part where it's I love my life so much. I've built this amazing little world for my life. And my life is 99 out of 100. I'm literally 90 in fulfillment. I'm 99 out of 100.
Yeah.
If you make me feel like I'm 90, which is still amazing, it's still great.
Yeah.
That's a downgrade to me. Why would I want to do that?
Well, can I ask, what would you categorize yourself as in this present moment? Would you be a fuckboy, a soft boy, or are you in your healed era? And have you ever been any of these men? And we're going to get into the definitions, guys.
In my 20s, I was a fuckboy for sure. I I was in so many relationships growing up in my like late teens and early 20s. And I think when I was about 24, 25, I'd broken up, or maybe 23, I can't even remember. I'd recently broken up with my like 4-year girlfriend. And I was working in a nightclub, typical promoter fuckboy status.
Oh my God, he was a promoter,
and
guys.
I got laid off of my day job. I got paid out of my day job. So I got like 4 months payment and I was working in nightclubs. And we had the 120 days of Ricky. That's what we called the summer.
Wait, so you were like George Costanza?
Yeah, basically. I had
eating blocks of cheese.
No job, no real job. I was working 2 nights a week, making full-time salary on 2 nights a week promoting.
Yeah.
But then I also had my other salary, which I was still getting paid for because I got bought out. And I'm like, this is going to be the best summer of my life. It makes me sick to know how much money I spent in those 4 months. Like it actually makes me sick. I traveled.
No, that's good. Like,
I went to Vegas. I went to New York. I went to I did all the fuckboy places you can think, including Thunder Bay, Ontario, which is the opposite of fuckboy, but had the greatest time there too with a buddy of mine.
We're speaking Canadian, guys, and
yeah,
I
Thunder
have
Bay,
no
Ontario.
idea.
Big shout out to my boy Dom. Love you. But like I did every activity you can think of in Toronto. I did like medieval times. Do you guys even have medieval times here?
Of course.
Yeah,
I've never partaken, but I've heard that you can have a turkey leg.
So yeah, you have a turkey leg, and they don't promote this. Bottles of Veuve are like $80. Yeah, so you'd sit there and get a bottle of champagne.
Yeah,
just polish off, like get 2 bottles because I'd go on a date there.
Oh my God, he's taking dates to medieval times, guys.
Don't bash it until you try it. It is arguably some of the most fun dates I've ever had.
Look,
medieval times.
Drunk Shakespeare was one of my favorite dates. So I get it.
It was bad. Like I went on the third date there once. Not the third, but the third like individual date. And it was bad that the knight recognized me. Like the knight handing the flowers to the girls, looked at me, we made eye contact, and I knew he knew who I was. And he's giving this girl like a rose. And I'm like, he knows this is like the third separate woman I've been here with.
Dude, when they blow up your spot, because I used to go for every first date to a bar that was literally below my apartment. Because I was like, I'm not taking Ubers and meet these men. Like, I'm gonna. And so the bartender, I just literally exchanged a quick glance, and my date freaks out and he looks at both of us and he's like, do you guys know each other? And I'm like, no. And he looks at the bartender and he's like, does she bring all her dates here? And he just like goes like this and he like stares
back from this bar.
He just walked away, and my date was like, you guys know each other, you bring all your dates here, like how many dates do you go on?
Okay, well, first off, that's little dick syndrome. Yeah, off, little dick syndrome. Don't get angry, be better. And come on, this is a competition, just do better than the other guys. Anyways, but you should be getting a kickback from that bar.
100%. I brought them so much business in 2015.
100%. And on dates, the men always tip well. You have to. You can't tip like 10, 15% because you look like a cheap fuck. You're tipping 25 on a date.
Dude, shout to La Cava in Newtown. It's a romantic wine bar. Like,
but in my 20s, I was obviously a fuckboy when I was younger. Like I was stupid and young, and then you grow up a little bit.
Okay.
And I was in a serious relationship in my late 20s. We broke up during COVID, so it was about 6 years ago. And then that's kind of like it changed me. After that breakup, I was like, hey, like I'm 30. I'm not just gonna go and have one night stands and sleep around and just trying to like have sex with random women, which again, the odd time it would happen. Like call a spade a spade. I'm not going to say like I didn't have sex in the last 5 years.
I don't think anybody was asking that.
Yeah. So like you still go on dates and you still have a little bit of fun, but I'm at the point in my life where I'm looking for something real and something serious. Cause I'm too busy to go on a date on a fucking Tuesday night just to have sex.
Dude. Can we talk about that for a second? Because people are still like misinformed about going on dates where they think that we're all like, I know you're not this type of man, but there's like a whole subset of men that still think that women just want to go out for food. And like, I have other things to do.
So, okay, I'm so glad you brought this up.
God.
I went on a podcast and I got roasted for saying this, but I believe every first date or every date in general should be fun and extravagant.
For 2 hours.
See, I totally disagree. If a girl's like, we're going on a 2-hour date, I'm like, I'm good.
Really?
Here's the reason why. I'm so busy that
on a weekday?
Well, weekdays are a little different. I like a Friday or Saturday date. And if a woman's giving you a Friday or Saturday, that means she's actually genuinely interested.
Prime real estate.
Agreed. So now when I say, I'm like, I want to have the most possible fun we can have, because just in case this doesn't work out romantically, I want to know that I did something fun on my Saturday night. And I want to know that I gave this connection the best possible chance at success.
Okay.
If we're going to food for a first date for 2 hours, there's a 0% chance you're going to have the best night of your life. 0% chance. No one's ever said I had the best night of my life at a 2-hour dinner.
Really?
I've never met anybody that said the best night of their life was a 2-hour dinner.
You never met your wife.
But I've gone on first dates where they were 36 hours, 72 hours, 10 hours, and they were some of the most memorable nights I've ever had.
No, I look, I don't think, just like I feel like numbers are completely just whatever to me, like age, whatever, amount of time, whatever. I've had the most fun dates with people that I never even seriously dated, like the drunk Shakespeare. I can't even remember the name of the dude I was there with. 100%. Most fun date.
100%.
Had a great time.
I just think if you put a limit on your date, you're putting a limit on the amount of fun you're having.
Well, nobody ever expressly has, actually, that's a lie. One time I sat down and he was like, we have 90 minutes. And I was like, you have 3 minutes because I'm actually leaving now. Because I didn't like the energy.
Well, I had people, it's like, why don't we go for coffee? Because I had dinner after. And I'm like, so you're fitting me into this part of your day?
Well,
I'm like,
she doesn't know if she likes you yet.
100%. That's what I said. I'm like, look, no problem. If you want, I'm available next Saturday. I would love to take you out. I will plan the whole thing. I will pay for the whole thing. You will have fun. Even if you don't genuinely like me as a romantic partner, I will promise you, you will have a fun night because I enjoy doing fun, extravagant, exciting things. Like we'll go to a cocktail bar to have a drink, and then we're going to go to an experience, whether it's a sporting event, a concert, medieval times, fucking a play, something. And then we're going to go for late night tapas. And after that, we're going to go to a karaoke bar and we're going to end up in Chinatown for food at 2 a.m. Like that is an extravagant fun night. If you don't like that, one, don't go out with me because that's what my fun nights look like. And two, if you don't like me as a romantic partner, you're going to have a fun story. You're going to have a good night. You're going to wake up in the morning and think, gosh, you know what? We don't align. He's too X for me, but I had a really fun time. Thank you.
Wait, so hold on. Just to go back for a second. Where are you at now with the soft boy, fuck boy, healed boy?
I'm definitely in my healed era, and I'm definitely soft. Like I'm a huge softie. I'll admit. Like,
do you know what a soft boy is?
What do you define a soft boy in New York?
Okay. All right. I actually had to look up the true definition.
Because I know what a soft boy is to me. Like someone who's like very in touch with his like feminine side, but also like understands what it's like to be a man. Okay.
So a soft boy is a guy who presents himself as emotionally deep, sensitive, artistic, evolved, and different from other men.
I'm definitely a soft boy.
Okay. But
if you open the box I gave you.
Wait, I wasn't. Okay. There's like a whole sentence left.
Okay. Go.
Sometimes they use that image to get attention, sympathy, or sex.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think so, but.
So you're not a soft boy.
Yeah, I want like half soft boy, but half like masculine. Like I still believe in like providing for my family. Like my future partner is likely to be a stay-at-home wife. Like it's just, I'm pretty successful financially and I don't want her to stress over having to raise kids and going to a full-time job. If she wants to be an entrepreneur and do something on the side where she can build her own schedule, I'm okay with that. But my future wife is not someone who's going to go to a 9-to-5 job and struggle to take care of the kids and lose track of who they are as a person. I want my future partners to love themselves and prioritize themselves while also making sure they have enough time for their kids. Because I believe raising kids is the single hardest job in the world.
Yeah.
So I don't want my future partner to do that. So I believe I'm masculine in that sense. I'm like, I'm a macho man. I run marathons. I do Ironmans. Like I work out. I do all those like manly things. I work in construction for fuck's sakes. So I think I kind of balance the two where it's like, I know what it's like to be a man and do the macho things. And I want a traditional family. Like I want to be the provider and I believe in that. But I'm also soft because I'm in touch with my emotions. People call me soft all the time. But it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and anyone who calls me soft, I'm like, let's go run a marathon together. And then call me soft when you're done.
Okay, so the soft boy thing. And here's the definition, just so everybody is clear on what a fuckboy truly is, because this phrase gets thrown around, and a lot of people aren't using it right, just like intentional.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can define it first.
Okay,
a fuckboy is someone who literally plays women.
No, so because people playing each other can come in all shapes and sizes. I've been a player before, and I wasn't a fuck girl. Well. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the clip you need right there.
You know what? Look, like what you just said, I actually, people are surprised when I say this because they're like, oh, boss girl, you have like, I've built like 3 companies. Actually 4, one of them failed. But,
Still built it though.
Yeah, I still built it. But like when I have a family, I don't want to be the breadwinner. I don't want to be forced to do everything. I want my income to be helpful, but not necessary. And I want to be actually able to like, give the time and attention to myself, my family, and my partner. So men are surprised when they date me because they're like, oh, you're going to be my 50-50. And I'm like, I don't fucking subscribe to 50-50. Yeah. You are buying my uterus, sir, and these genetics. Okay. So like, you know.
I love that.
Look.
I got to start saying that.
I took an intelligence test and I found out my IQ is so high. I was not surprised, but also I was like,
the confidence,
the genetics are key.
I love
all right.
it.
We've got to repopulate the world with like higher IQs. But no, I mean like a fuckboy is actually somebody who wants the benefits of your attention, time, validation, and body without giving you consistency and commitment.
Isn't that what a player is?
Yeah, but I mean, it could come in different, you know, it doesn't always mean that you're just having sex with somebody, actually. So like you're still giving them your time and attention. So those guys that are like talking to you on dating apps that are just using you for validation, and those girls, that's a form of being a fuckboy.
That's fair.
Yeah. So but people get kind of fucked up because a soft boy can masquerade like he's not a fuckboy, but he has some of the attributes.
100%.
So, you know.
And these are the proper terms too. This is like the Webster's dictionary, not the Urban Dictionary definitions.
Butters is so funny right now.
Butters
he's like literally sticking his head in the corner. Like he's upset that he can't hop off this chair and be a menace. So I'm going to ask you a question that pertains to like what's happening right now in pop culture. Yeah. Because I know you've had Kyle Cook on your pod.
And I love Kyle, by the way. I think Kyle is one of the nicest, most genuine people I've met in terms of like the reality stars or like people who do social media.
Dude, I've been trying to get him to come on the show. He was so nice. He's like, I'm just booked with the DJ and Carl, by the way. So I love the whole Summer House crew. But I have very strong opinions about this. I think that I love Kyle, but I think he was a fuckboy. And obviously Amanda and him are married or divorced now, and she's just come out dating her friend's ex-situationship.
Yeah, and Kyle's friend.
People are very split because they're like, they were never together and he's a fuckboy. But like those are the people sometimes that can devastate you the most.
So I don't watch the show. I met a couple of the guys on Summer House last summer in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
So obviously I know Kyle. Me and him have chatted. We had him on the podcast, and again, I'm 100% on Kyle's side. I don't watch the show. I know he issued an apology a couple of weeks ago, and
Amanda is the one issuing apologies now.
Well, yeah, now. So I'm also like a boy's boy to the max. I would never date one of my friends' exes without talking to them.
Yeah.
Like if you talk to them and you had a conversation, that's one thing. The way this is playing out, and again, I don't know too much about the show. I don't know too much about their personal lives, but like Dave Portnoy just released something saying he knew since the Super Bowl. And I'm like, okay, then that's really bad because the divorce was January, Super Bowl's beginning of February.
He's always involved in some drama. Yeah. It's so funny. I'm like, Dave is one of the girls. He's for the girls because he's always in the drama. Like,
mind you, I'm a Dave Portnoy guy. Don't know him. He's like one of my dream guests I'd love to have on my podcast. Dave,
he's just for the girls. No, I'm not saying anything.
He's one of the
bad.
boys, but he's also one of the girls too. Like
he's just always in these weird pop culture moments where he's just saying stuff, and I'm like, Dave,
I
baby.
think Dave is one of the greatest modern day marketing geniuses that this world has. This thing with Kyle, Wes, Amanda, and Ciara. I think Amanda and Wes are 1,000,000% in the wrong.
Right?
Like, it's just how do you date one of your friends' exes
that you share a house?
Yeah, like, this recently after. Again, I don't know them personally, so I don't want to bash because like I don't know the situation.
I'm gonna
just
bash.
from what I see.
Yeah.
And what I see online, it just does not look good. Like obviously, like I feel for Kyle because like I actually kind of know him. I don't know Ciara, but I feel for her too because the whole situation is just like I could just.
Well, here's the thing. This is the problem.
It's tough.
The problem is, and this is why people get so upset. It's like with Vanderpump Rules when Ariana and Tom, like everything happened, right? The problem is it's every woman's biggest fear realized because at every point in your life as a girl, I have had this happen, unfortunately, like literally 4 times where not like they didn't date my ex, but I was absolutely mortally betrayed by the person closest to me 4 times. So
wait, time out. So then let me ask you, do you think that says more about you than the other people? Because maybe you have a bad judgment of character.
Oh, I've worked through it in therapy. Yeah. Basically,
this is a deep underlying issue, isn't it?
I give best friend benefits to people I should have left as acquaintances because I always want to believe in the good in people.
Okay, at least you're self-aware.
Yeah.
You love a self-aware queen.
Well, I just love to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm a very forgiving person. And so I've put people in categories they shouldn't have been in. But The problem with this scenario and why everyone gets so upset when these types of things happen is because everyone's, you know, not only are they watching these people on TV so they feel like they know them and they're like invested in them, but it's literally like you're sitting here watching somebody build someone up. Like with Ariana Madix and Raquel, she was like, leave James, he's toxic. She was like helping her. And like we're seeing the same thing where Sierra is like, oh my God, Kyle's being toxic. You guys should take a separation. You can stay on my couch if you need to get out. Like she's being her girl. And this girl turns around and the first thing she does when she has freedom is fuck her ex-situationship. And everyone's like conflicted because people are on the internet like, well, they weren't like dating and in love. And it's like, yeah, they had like a year-long situationship, which sometimes is actually more emotionally investing for a lot of people. And I was never that girl because I'm a relationship queen. But like I've watched friends get like decimated from situationships and I've been like, dude, it wasn't that deep. And like and what I've learned is it is for some people.
Yeah, because you're teeter-tottering on the edge.
Yeah. And
you're not in this relationship, but you're not in it. You're emotionally invested, but you don't have the stability of a relationship. Situationships are equally as emotionally draining as relationships.
So
the bad ones.
Well, what Amanda essentially did is she went from, sorry, Kyle, a fuckboy to a softboy. And he's a toxic softboy because he's like, oh, like he's trying to stick up for her when she's like having issues with Kyle. And like, he's just kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, again, so my co-host Danny like is obsessed with Summer House, right? So I asked her, I'm like, look, I don't know too much, but like, tell me. She goes, Ricky, like, what happened?
It's fucked.
Is really bad because it's not like
they ended the show basically.
Yeah, well, again, I don't know it, so I shouldn't be speaking on it. But from what I know, it's like it's two wrongs here. It's not like it was a random guy who was friends with, who dated or situationship with her best friend. It's like, no, they're all in the same group. Like Kyle and Russ are really good friends.
Well, like even if you don't know the situation as a man, because you're like, this is kind of a show for the girls. It's on Bravo. Yeah. Girls and the gays. But like as a man, would you go after your friend's ex-wife?
I would never even think about it.
That's insane to me.
And I guess, so I had one of my best friends date my ex. Okay.
Whoa.
So yeah, I'll give it. So we all went to Europe about 10 years ago. We all went on a trip. My best friend got married. My best friend's little sister got married. So we went about like, our friend group was like 30, 40 people deep at this wedding. And then 4 of us traveled after. It's me, my best friend, George, one of my best friends, Matt, and my brother, John. So 4 of us go out. My ex, like we'd been broken up for a year, but we dated for 4 years. So on this trip, she was talking to me, like we had like a deep conversation on this trip, right? Okay. And we said like, it's obviously done. It's never going to happen again, yada, yada, yada. And I was kind of talking to someone else too.
Okay.
So we travel Europe, there's 4 of us, for 2 weeks after this trip. Maybe about 2 weeks after we get back, one of my friends messaged me. He's like, hey man, like, can we talk? Like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, sure, what's up? He's like, no, we got to do it in person. I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
when people say that, I clear my whole day.
I wouldn't even fucking think about it. What am I gonna think? I thought like maybe he needs money or something. Maybe he needs a job, money. Maybe he's going through some like mental issues. And like, you know, I've been in therapy. I'm like, yo, I'm happy to help. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's go get a workout in together like tomorrow night.
Oh my God, I just heard the Canada come out.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's go get a workout. He's like, no, man, like, I want to do it like privately. I'm like, okay, cool. So like, let's meet up after the gym. We'll watch the hockey game together at mine.
Oh my God, so Canadian.
So he comes over to my condo and starts drinking, like heavy drinking. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's like something to do with like an addiction, right? So at one point I'm like, yo, like, let's put down the drinks. Like, yo, talk to me. What's up? And he like, he looks at me. He's like, hey man, like, I don't know how to tell you this. Like, I don't want you to be mad, but like, I've got feelings for so-and-so. And I'm like, oh.
Wait, this is before he did anything.
So wait, he goes, nothing's happened, but you know, we started talking and like, I got feelings for her. Like, I don't know what to do, man. I feel so bad. I'm like, okay, well, like, I'm over her, but like, just give me some time to process this, right? Like, I just don't know if I want her in our friend group now. And like, if we're all going out together, I don't know how I'm going to feel. So I'm like, give me a couple days to just think about this. This was Wednesday. Give me a couple days to think about this. He's like, you're not mad? I'm like, no, I'm not mad. Like, I appreciate you telling me like this. Like, I understand this is a tough spot for you to be in. Like, obviously it's never easy to tell someone you like their ex. Like, it's a fucking tough conversation. So I'm like, hey, just give me a couple days to think about it. So next morning he messaged me, hey man, like really appreciate it. Like, did you get some time to think about it? I'm like, it's been 12 hours. Like, give me a couple days. That night, another friend of mine texted me, was like, yo, this is going to be real weird. Your ex is at the Leaf game with your boy. And I'm like, oh. So you asked for my permission.
Oh shit.
You asked for my permission and then you go and just do it anyways. So I messaged her the next day. I'm like, hey, you want to tell me the story? She's like, call me. I'm like, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to call you.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to have this conversation. You can text me or send me an email with your side of the story.
An email?
I'm going to, yeah. Like, I don't
you
care.
better write the subject line.
Yeah, because like, now I'm a little pissed. At first I was like, okay, maybe I'm understanding. Now I'm kind of a little bit pissed. So she's like, if you're not going to talk to me like a man, then I'm not going to tell you. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to take his side of the story and I'm just going to believe, fuck you, both of you are backstabbers. So the next day we had a surprise party for a different friend. One of my boys uninvites him.
Oh God.
Because he's like, yo, like, fuck him. Like, if he does it to Ricky, he would have done that to any one of us. So yeah, basically, like, he's not a good friend anymore. He lost, we were all good friends. Like, we had a group of like 6 or 7 guys that were all homies.
Yeah.
He lost 6 or 7 best friends.
Yeah.
Mind you, they got married, they have a kid now. So it's like, yeah, if you're going to risk a friend group, you better make sure that this is the one. So I've seen her since. Me and her are cool now. I ran into her in New York a couple of years ago. She was traveling with some friends. We had like a good chat. And so now they're married with one kid, I think. So again, if you're going to lose a group of friends, you better be sure. Like with Wes and Amanda, if you're going to fuck around and ruin a TV show and good friendships, you guys better get married.
You have to have a child. You guys better
get married and have a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Like, it's not like when Lindsay and Carl got together. That was like amazing. Great TV. Love her.
Yeah, this one, like, it's different.
This is just like fucking. Like, what are you doing? Like, so, yeah, I've had that happen. I have told my friends actually, so like, because I've gotten into it with women, because like, I'm going to say this right now, and I've said it on other pods, women need to calm down, because sometimes they'll be like, I went on one date with a guy 5 years ago, and I'll show a picture of a guy I'm dating, and they're like, oh, I dated him. And I'm like, no, the fuck you didn't. Calm down.
Well, it's like this, do you know this, what's this Facebook group? Are we dating the same guy?
Oh my, I am not a member. I find that group to be insanely toxic.
So I don't even know if I've ever been on it, but I had a girlfriend of mine like make a TikTok about it. She'd be like, this group is the most toxic thing ever.
It's
a girl
so
will match a guy, put him on, hey, is anybody dating this guy?
Blast him out.
And then people are like, oh, I matched with him on Hinge. We were talking for 3 weeks. Like, you matched on Hinge and you talked within Hinge for like a week. That is not dating.
The guy that I'm dating now, like right when we met, he told me this months later. He's like, I thought you put me on that group because apparently my girlfriend texted me and was like, you're on this group. Is this Alyssa? And I'm like, you think I'm that bitch? Like, I have other things to do.
Red flag.
I was like, who are you talking to? I was actually more offended. I'm like, who the hell were you talking to? You were talking to that type of girl? Like, because I'm sorry, that group is so toxic. Like, I had a girlfriend send me screenshots of it from a guy she was dating. And I'm like, girl, and it was like, someone being like, oh, he dated me for 2 weeks and he's a terrible person. Like, I blame him. And I'm like, we're going to blast this man because he didn't like you. When they're like, you know, when people are like, oh, I found out he's in this group and he has a whole wife and children, or he has like a full-blown girlfriend.
100%.
That's fine. I guess you're warning people. But sometimes it's like that man just did not like your ass and you're going to try to blast him out in public. It's so weird.
Look, I'm not attacking the women in it.
No,
I'm
attacking that behavior.
Because it's just, sometimes I find that, and again, some men deserve to be shit on. Some men are just fucking terrible dudes, and they're, you know, actively, romantically dating through. And again, I've been a piece of shit in my past life too. Like, I've dated 2 women at the same time, and, you know, in my 20s, I probably deserve to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear stories where I'm like, okay, he went on a date, you went on 2 or 3 dates with someone and you put him on blast in this group because you found out he was going on 2 or 3 dates with somebody else. It's like,
it's so dumb.
That you're in the talking stage. You're allowed. That's literally what dating is. You are allowed to date multiple people at once until you decide, hey, I want to be exclusive with this. I want to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I want to put a label on this.
Yeah.
Dating in general does not mean you're exclusively dating one person.
Girl. Oh, I almost called you girl. Oh my God.
That's fine.
I literally have had this conversation with people because even women in their 30s and 40s will say stuff to me and I'm like, babe, we're dating. Like, you're not exclusive with that man just because you gave up the cookie. I'm sorry, but you guys literally are just figuring it out. You know, don't get invested. This is why I'm a big proponent of a roster and people come for me all the time. You're putting all your energy on that one person, and that's why you're so damn devastated that after 2 weeks, he's not into you.
And look, there is something so nice about liking somebody and wanting to talk to somebody and having that one person. And if you are open and you clearly communicate it, I was dating someone early last year. So this would have been 2025.
Tell us the tea.
We went on a few dates and we got along really well. And it was slowly evolving. And you know what? Like, to me, I was like, maybe it can go somewhere, maybe not. I didn't feel the same way I felt about her with my ex, whereas like my ex, when we date, I knew right away, I'm like, I want to lock this down. I want to be with nobody else but this one person.
We're going to touch on this, but go on.
So when I started dating this new girl, I didn't feel that right away, but I'm like, okay, maybe that's normal. Maybe you learn to fall in love and you learn to like them even more. So we went on a few dates. We were probably going on dates for probably about 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was traveling a lot at the time and I was doing a lot of things. And I'm a very busy person, but there was no part of me that was like, I want to invite her on one of these trips, or I want to drop one of the things I'm doing to make more time for her. Because we were seeing each other probably once a week. So after a while, she ended it with me. She goes, look, I feel that, you know what, this isn't evolving at the same rate it should. I feel like it's not going at the same pace, and I'm not a priority in your life. And I'm like, look, I respect you for saying that. And she ended it with me. She's like, look, I respect you. I just feel that maybe if I wanted to make you a priority, that this would have evolved. So maybe subtly that's on me too. And we had a great ending. Nice. We are still cool. We don't text, we don't talk. But if I saw her in public maybe a month ago and I was so happy to see her. She's dating a new guy. I'm so happy for her. I'm rooting on her new relationship.
But she was a situationship.
Yeah, she was a situationship, but she clearly communicated that she wanted more and I wasn't giving her more, and it ended. And there's no hard feelings. There's no drama. There's no BS. It was fun while it lasted. It ended because it didn't go anywhere, and that's fine. But the women that like don't say anything, don't speak up, and then drag it on, and then a year later they're like, oh, it never went anywhere. It's like, well, did you bring up your concerns? Did you have the conversation? Did you try and have this? Because, you know, when people give ultimatums, I think that's bullshit. But at the same point, if you clearly communicate something and you're not getting what you want and you stay in it, you're equally to blame.
I agree. I've said that before. Like, you got to vouch for yourself.
Right now. I don't know why. Like, doesn't even affect me.
What I've said before is, like, when you have a job, if you want a promotion, you fucking vouch for yourself, and you should do that in relationships. But what I will say is, and I've said this before, and I strongly believe every single time I have entered a serious relationship, it was never me that was like, we should be exclusive. Yep. These men made it so clear to me on like our third date. They'd be like, I'm not talking to anyone else, just a heads up. I'd be like, cool, I'm not going to say that. Cool for you.
Respect.
Cool for you. It. You know, like, I've never said it back to somebody when I wasn't ready to do that. When they're like sitting there like, I just so you know, I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm like, that's great.
Good for you.
And I just stare at them. I'm
like, ballsy.
It's like when someone's like, I love you. And you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not going to say it if it's not true.
Yeah.
But
and you should never ask a question that you don't want to hear the answers to. And you should never ask a question you're not ready to answer yourself.
But they made it very apparent to me. I never was wondering. And they were always the one to be like, look, I don't want to date other people. We should do this. And I've always said, if a man wants to lock you down, he will immediately do it. If he isn't, that's a signal.
Okay.
That is a strong, don't you agree as a man? If you're not, like you just said, you didn't lock that girl down. You knew with your ex immediately.
So, okay, let's chat about this, because it's actually, I get so many mixed
feelings. This is a mixed signal, by the way, guys.
With a lot of my exes, I didn't know right away. We learned to like each other, and you went through the talking stage properly, where it's like, hey, you go on a few dates, you start talking, it goes from one date every week or 2 weeks to 2 dates a week. And then eventually you want to hang out with them. And over the course of 2 to 3 months, it becomes a real relationship, and you lock it down and you have a proper label and you're exclusive and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
With my ex, since she didn't live in Canada, we went on a date, and it was a weekend long date. And it was such a fun date. By the end of on the Sunday night, we literally were at the bar and looked at each other like, are we going to do this? Like, is this, 3 hours, it's a 5-hour flight, 3-hour time difference. Can we make this work? Like, is this actually feasible? Oh
my God. Doing something with someone in distance means you were like literally fucking in love, because that's a commitment.
It is tough. So we literally sat there and we're like, we're going to fucking do this. Like the next day, morning before I dropped her off at the airport, I called my mom, like, Mom, you got to meet this girl. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And you have that conversation. And then people also called me fucking crazy. Like, Ricky, you've known this girl for 3 days and you're going to be exclusive and you're going to date. You've been single for fucking 3 years. What are you doing?
No, you know when you know.
Sometimes, on the flip end of things, do I think I rushed in it a little too quickly? Maybe. So you kind of learn, it's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have taken a little bit slower. Maybe I should have, because you learn something from every failed relationship.
100%.
So it's like, maybe you should take it a little bit slower and learn more about the person before you start officially dating, and go through that talking stage. So I go back and forth all the time, because like sometimes I meet women now and I'm like, is this my person? Like, I'm interested in finding out, but I don't feel the same immediate connection that I once felt. So it's fucking tough, right? But this is the fun part about dating. You're constantly learning about yourself and learning about other people's, and hopefully you grow from every relationship that fails. Because if you're not growing from a failed relationship, then what's the point of the relationship?
I will say, by the way, I have a statistic about people that date their ex that I forgot to say earlier. And I found this to be really interesting. Just because, guys, I have ADHD. You know,
and also, did you get this dating stat from ChatGPT, or did you just casually come across it?
It was actually a statistic done by a study that Plenty of Fish did.
Okay.
Yeah, which I didn't even know was still around, honestly. I've never been on that app. It said that 33% of men said dating an ex is not a smart move, and 65% of women said friends should never do it. But it suggested that men were more open to it than women. So, you know, which I would believe, honestly. Men are probably a little bit more open. Women are usually like standing by their friend, which again is why the betrayal of like the Amanda thing is hitting so hard for a lot of women, because it's like, what the fuck? It's not what you see normally.
Yeah, I agree.
But I also found a few other statistics about the softboy, fuckboy things, and I'm just going to read them to you. It said... Forbes did a report that said 78% of Gen Z experienced dating app burnout, with ghosting as a major contributor. And that Gen Z daters said 56% of people are not interested in pursuing a potential relationship.
I've known the one about people don't want to date anymore.
No, and women are over it.
Well, then didn't Vogue do a study where it's like being single is like hot and like cool now?
You know what? This is the thing. There's so much fucking overconsumption of shit, and everyone's trying so hard to be cool. And it's like, I'm having PTSD to being like a nerd in high school again, because shocker, guys, I wasn't popular in high school. I know, it's so surprising. But we're trying so hard to fit this narrative and all be the same person. And it's like, we've lost the uniqueness. And it isn't fucking lame to have a boyfriend. It isn't fucking lame to have a girlfriend. I will tell you what's
lame. It's not lame to be single either, by choice.
It's not lame to be single.
It's not lame to be single in your 30s. It's not lame.
It's not lame to be single in your 40s.
Yeah.
It's not lame to not want kids.
100%.
Do what the fuck you want.
Agreed. Do what makes you happy. Fuck everybody else. And I get shit on this for, everyone's like, oh, you're so selfish. You're fucking right, I am. I prioritize myself over everything else until one day I won't.
Yeah.
And until that day comes, I'm going to learn to love myself, because when I was battling my demons and I was at my absolute worst, nobody was there for me but me and my mother. Love you, Ma. I was at my fucking rock bottom. Yeah. And when I was there, nobody was like, oh, you should do blah, 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 blah. So no, it was me, my fucking demons, and my own battles.
Nobody's there in those bad moments.
Everyone's around you when you're on top. Well, everybody's there and everybody wants a piece of the pie.
Oh yeah, they want.
When you're at the bottom and the pie's a little bit crusty and a little bit old, nobody wants that fucking pie. Well, you know what? My pie's fucking delicious right now. And I'm only gonna give it to the people that I want to give it to. Nobody else can fucking touch this pie. Well,
you know, like, here's my thing. I do think sometimes we're getting a little comfortable sometimes with ourselves, and we sometimes get to the point where we can't make space in our life for another person. Because remember, they're always gonna be a completely different person, and you have to, figure out a way that you guys can mesh in the right way. And what I have come to find from dating for 15 years in the city is a lot of, because I always date a little bit older men, and they get real comfortable with themselves. And sometimes they cannot make space in their life for a completely different person, and they just want you to fit into their life without any concessions on their end. And you have to know how to do that. Otherwise you will truly be alone. And those are the people that sometimes want a partner and they're ready, but they actually are unaware that they don't know how to make space in their life.
If someone isn't willing to compromise, I don't believe they're emotionally available and emotionally ready to date. Because compromise is the number one factor in a healthy relationship.
I will say,
learning to compromise.
That's something I've dated a lot of soft boys, because, here's the difference. Like, a fuck boy always is going to show up as like an immediate red flag to people that are just like aware, but you're going to continue pursuing it because they're super hot and they're passionate. It's like a fun time. It's chaotic. Anyone with a little bit of like emotional trauma from childhood loves chaos, right? So it's sexy and fun. A soft boy is a little bit more like under the radar, where you're like, oh my God, he's so in tune with his emotions, but he'll devastate you in like a completely different way, where you're going to be like, he's so adjusted, and then he's still a commitment phobe. It's just like hidden below the layers of poetry writing. I'm not saying that you're a soft boy. The last guy I dated, I thought he was so emotionally together. He was like, he did yoga, he like meditated, he seemed calm. The way that we had disagreements was productive. It felt good. But then I slowly uncovered over the course of a year that like he didn't want commitment, even though he would kind of portray it like he was ready for it.
Yeah.
And it's like a snake in the grass.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a little bit more toxic, I think.
It's equally as toxic.
Yeah, in different ways.
Because at the same point, like we said, all your exes knew right away, and they were the ones that brought up dating and being exclusive. If he didn't, well, again, that's partially on you too. After a certain point, you got to say,
oh, no, Ricky, do you think I did not broach these topics immediately with this
I mean, if you
man?
let this go on a year, maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Third date, I was like, I want to be married and have kids. And he was like, me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then maybe he was a fuckboy.
Uh-huh. Well,
because fuckboys are players and they lie and they deceive, and that's like the idea of the fuckboy.
Fuckboys should be able to fuck, though. Just be that person.
100%.
That's what, like, honestly, like that's why I love Summer House, because I'm like, these men are just fuckboys. It's great. They're like, I want to be married. I'm like, Jesse Solomon.
I need to watch the show, maybe.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
get into it. I gotta get into it.
It's a lesson in fuckboys and softboys.
So is New York as bad as everybody says it is when it comes to dating? Like, New York has the worst rap when it comes to dating.
New York is not great with dating, but it is fun to date. And I hate that everybody just immediately approaches dating now as like a negative, because dating is so fun. I truly think men are fun, women are fun. It's fun. People really get me fucked up because I will criticize men. I fucking love men. The good ones are great. They're a good time. Like, great.
But sometimes the bad ones are fun too.
In a different way, for sure.
Yeah, I think as long as everyone is honest and open, there's like, even when I was in my fuckboy era in my 20s, I never lied to get in women's pants. I would never be like, oh, we're going to date, so let's have sex. It's like, no. Hey, like, this is, if it works, yeah, this could go somewhere. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No big deal. The reason why I was a fuckboy is just because I was going on a lot of dates, and, you casually, you have some romantic partners and whatever.
Yeah.
But as long as you're not lying to someone and deceiving someone to sleep with them, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you're going on dates because it's fun and you're both having fun and you're both honest with each other, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've actually been on dates with women who like were fuck girls to me.
Yeah.
And like, they were like, oh, like, yeah, like, I really like you. This is going to go somewhere. I'm like, oh, cool. Whenever a girl says, I want to meet your mom, don't fucking tell me you want to meet my mom unless you want to date me. That. I've had women be like, oh my God, I love your relationship with your mom. Like, let's do dinner together. And I'm like, oh, like, you genuinely, like, you like me like that.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
You don't just think I'm hot and want to have sex. Like, you actually like me. Cool. Like, yeah, I'd love for you to meet. I like you too. And then 2 weeks later, they're back with their ex. It's like, I was the rebound. Shut the fuck up.
Women in male fields.
Yeah, it's like you're being the fuck girl here. It's like, and if this was just sex because I'm the rebound, I'm okay with that. Like, I've been the rebound so many times, and there's nothing wrong with being a rebound as long as it's clearly communicated.
You know what? This is perfect, because this goes into my topic about mixed signals. Because I love, first of all, like, I've had this conversation with guys where they're like, well, she hooked up and she likes me. I'm like, first of all, she didn't respect you. That's why she had sex with you on the first date. She was like, there's nothing here for me, so I'm just going to see what's going on. And then I'm going to nope out, because that's really all you're going to bring to me. And women do it too.
But if it's clearly communicated, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, I was in my 20s, I was a rebound. That summer I was a fuckboy. I was a rebound to half a dozen women.
Yeah.
In one summer. And we genuinely had so much freaking fun together. Yeah. And they told me, they were like, I just got to have a serious relationship. I'm not looking for anything serious, but Ricky, I think you're hot. I want to have fun with you. Like, can you plan something for us to do? And I was like, I would love to. And we would plan the most extravagant, fun, I don't even want to call them dates, because they weren't even dates. Events. We would plan the most fun, exciting events, and we would have the best time.
Yeah.
And then after, a couple months, they got over their exes. What they had with me was fun and didn't go anywhere. And then they would go and meet their person. Like, we joked around, like, there was like 3 or 4 women from that summer that the next guy they dated after me or went on dates with after me, they're like either married or have kids with.
You are good luck Chuck.
We joked about it. My name was Rebound Rick. That's what, like,
oh my God,
and my group of friends, that's what we joked around saying. Because it was insane.
That's feral. That means that you were completely a fuckboy.
Yeah,
like,
I was.
Oh my God, no.
But again, there's nothing wrong. If you clearly communicate it, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, what do you consider a mixed signal? Because for me, it's like vague plans, hot and cold texting. And by the way, I have been so guilty of this. Like, I perpetually ignore men's texts. Like I am so mean where they'll be like, hello? And I'm like, oh, whoops, that was so busy. And I'm I just didn't like you that much.
Yeah, I think it's just, again, the inconsistencies.
Yes.
Mixed signals is inconsistencies. If someone's consistent with you, I think like consistency and compromise are two of like the biggest things in a relationship.
Yeah.
And if someone is consistent and someone is willing to compromise, like those are some of the biggest green flags you can have. Like inconsistency and not willing to compromise are some of the biggest red flags you can have.
100%. But I also think we get into this thing where like, and you've been guilty of this, I'm sure, as I know I have very much. Are you lonely or bored when you're dating? Like, because if you're not, the thing about my distaste for the word intentional is a lot of people will say, I'm intentionally dating. And they're like truly just bored. Yeah, and they want the validation. 100%. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Unless you're ready to get married, I don't want to hear the word intentional come out your mouth. 100%. If you're not going to put a ring on someone's finger in 1 year, you're dead to me. Don't say intentional.
I mean, a year's a little bit tight on the timeline, but I agree with the concept of what you're saying. It
shouldn't freak you out is what I'm trying to say. 100%. But like, okay, I'm going to read you some things and tell me if he's lonely, bored, or a full-blown menace.
Okay, those are my options?
Yes. We're going to play a little game.
Are these real texts, by the way?
Oh, these are not my texts. Okay, I mean, okay. I could read
I was going to say, I'm like, I would love to know what
Okay, actually, all right. What do we think about a man sending you a song from Spotify saying, this reminded me of you? Is he lonely?
Lonely.
I was so cringed out by that shit. I was like, ew.
I think that's lonely.
It was like a romantic song too. It made me throw up in my mouth a little bit.
But also like, see, if it's a song, I think that's a little thing. But like I've had times where people have texted me like random woman, that like was a part of my life for a short period of time, will text me like a random pickleball thing.
Oh my
God,
my
mom's playing pickleball. And I'm like, oh, like that's actually kind of cute. Like, thank you for that. Like, it's not intentional by any means. But they were just like, oh, like I was thinking about you, like pickleball, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that to me is nice.
Ricky, she still wants to fuck. That's the only reason we text men like that. Like, we're not thinking about you like that. Like, oh, you just want to be besties with him.
You never know. I don't know.
She's like, please ask me on another date, bro.
People just want to be friends sometimes.
Okay.
Wait, okay, let me ask you this before we decide. Do you think men and women can be just friends?
I did a whole episode about how I do not think that.
Okay, so we don't see eye to eye on this.
I think every man at one point wanted to fuck a girl that he considers a super close friend. I will die on that hill. I think women are 100%. I can look at a dude and be like immediately in the friend zone, even if he's hot, he will never have a chance to climb out of it. Women hold the keys to the castle.
Women hold the keys to the castle, I agree.
You are friends with people you probably at one point in your life were like, I want to fuck this person.
I'm good friends with people I've had sex with.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean you can't be friends with them.
I didn't say you can't be friends.
Men and women can
I've
have
been friends with
friendships.
fuckboys that I'm like, he'll never ever hook up with me again.
Have you been friends with someone you've had sex with?
They are not close friends. So I think it's very toxic when I'm out with my man and we're hanging and kicking it and he's had sex with all the people in the room. I'm like, this is uncomfortable for me. Because we could do a whole episode about that.
Maybe this will be part 2. When you come to Toronto one day, we can have you online and we can talk about it.
I got to get to Canada.
It's not as fun. But again, there's a 3-month window where Toronto's on par with New York.
It's coming up.
June, July, August, Toronto, and September, 4 months. Toronto's on par with New York. With Manhattan, Toronto's on par with Manhattan. Those 4 months of the year. The rest of the year, don't even bother. It's not, you can have way more fun in America. Yeah. But again, your dollar goes like way further in Toronto too. So like every drink here is $20 American. Every drink in Canadian is like $15, which is like $10 American.
Okay. Yeah. What happens when 2 ADHD people get into a room? Like we can drive.
We can go on forever. We can track here.
Lonely, full blown, or full menace. Okay. First thing is he texts every day, never locks in like concrete plans.
Bored.
Exactly. Validation, guys. He replies to your story within 30 seconds, that then takes 9 hours to respond to a direct text.
Oh, I don't know if this is bored or lonely.
I think
it's not full-blown menace.
That's fucking menace.
No, full-blown menace is someone who makes dates plans and bails day of.
Oh, that's me.
A menace. That's you are a full-blown menace. So excited to see you. Can't wait. We're going to have so much fun.
I don't text that.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My sister's brother-in-law is like sick and we need help, like helping him move into his new condo. It's like, is he sick? Is he moving into a new condo? Who the fuck is this guy anyways? Like, really?
You can't hire a mover.
Like,
I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, full-blown menace.
I will always poke holes in stories like that.
If someone bails on a date within 3 hours of the date, full-blown menace.
No, I always bail like morning. Well,
if you bail with less than 24 hours where you can't cancel the reservation,
yeah. If it's a reservation like that, I'll always.
Or a sporting event where you have the tickets.
That's rude.
Again, full-blown menace.
Yes, exactly.
That's a full-blown menace.
Okay, but I think the fucking with somebody by like giving them attention and then the second they reach out directly to you I have always been of the notion that my phone number is fucking prime real estate. Anybody can access me on Instagram. You should be so touched that you have my personal cell phone number. And if replying to a text is less important to you than getting up in my stories, hello, my stories are a fucking cemetery of any man that has ever tried to approach me to date me. Is a fucking cemetery. R.I.P.
Fair enough.
Like, you're not special in my freaking DMs.
I know. I have like more conversations in my DMs than I have like via text with my friends.
I realize I don't even have your number. We've just been DMing.
Again, for me, it's just Instagram. I use Instagram for work, so I'm on it quite a bit, but I also like enjoy sending people memes. I'll never send like a group text, a meme. It's just like you have conversations. Like my group chat on Instagram is probably more popping than my group chat on WhatsApp with my friends.
Well, this one is going to incite the masses because this is a clip that went viral for us where I said, I don't like when people text me, how was your day? And it says, when people text, how's your day? And then still never ask you on a date.
Oh, that is bored. Lonely. I don't know. Not full-blown menace though.
Yeah. No, I think it's more annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how my fucking day is. I don't even know you.
So, but then on the flip side of thing, I hate the girls who are like, oh my God, yeah, like we definitely need to do something. Let's pick a day. And then you give them options and say, oh, I'll confirm with you next week. It's like, is there something in your calendar on this day? Yes or no? I
hate when people email me or text me, let me get back to you. What the fuck? This was the most worthless text or email I have ever received. If it's something
that involves like, if we're going on a trip and you need to figure out your finances and you need to see if you can take time off work, 100%. But if you say, hey, I would love to do something and I go, yeah, how's Saturday? And you're like, well, let me see if I'm available. It's like, you have a fucking calendar. You are a grown-ass woman. Check your calendar. Is it free? If it is, let's book it. If you already have plans, just say no to me.
Yeah. Well, she's probably trying to work out which ones are more exciting.
Yeah. Full-blown fucking menace.
What about if somebody resurfaces the moment you post another person, like a man or a woman, on social media? I've done this so far.
This is...
You post like
needs
a
attention.
Woman's
needs
story.
Attention. I don't know if this is bored, lonely, or menace, but needs attention.
Okay. Says he or she is emotionally unavailable after acting like your partner for 6 weeks.
Menace.
Right.
Menace.
Wants to cuddle, talk about childhood trauma, split an Uber, but can't define their relationship.
Menace.
Right?
Menace.
Oh my God, this one kills me. Good morning, beautiful text, and then they never say anything for the rest of the day.
Bored.
Yeah.
Bored or lonely. I don't know.
I think
bored and lonely are so close.
No, lonely is sad and bored is almost borderline menace.
Yeah.
Like you're annoying.
Lonely, bored, menace. That's the scale.
They say I'm just going with the flow. Have you said this?
Bored. Well, I've never said that, but like when people say, like I had one woman, this is again, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. We went on our second date. So she was a single mother. She was basically my age. So we were 31 or 32 at the time. So we went on one date. We had the best time. Yeah. And like she got a babysitter for the kids. She didn't live in Toronto, but she lived a little bit away. So she's like, hey, is it cool if I sleep over? I'm like, yeah, 100%. Like, do you need anything? Whatever.
Okay.
Communicate. Cool.
Yeah.
We had a really, really, really fun time. So we booked a date for the next week. She was busy. She couldn't get a babysitter, whatever. So we booked a date 2 weeks after. Booked another date 2 weeks after. We texted not every day, but like quite a bit, right? So we go on the second date, probably not even a third into it, probably like an hour into it. Mm-hmm. She goes, so like, I just want to be very clear. Like, what are your intentions? I'm like, what? She's like, is this going somewhere or is it not? Like, I'm not someone who like,
yeah, she has a kid.
I've got a kid. Like, I need to know, like, I want to be living together in 6 months. I'm like, look, those timelines are a little quick for me. Like,
Ooh.
I'm not saying and I said this, I'm not saying I go with the flow, but like, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I was like, no problem. We had an amazing night.
Yeah.
We put that conversation to the side. She's like, that doesn't work for me. Like, this probably won't go anywhere. I was like, okay, well, if that's how you feel, then that's fine. Like, do you want to just end now, or do you want to finish our evening? She's like, no, we've got a fun evening planned out. Let's go.
Still wants to hook up, probably.
So we went through the whole date. We had an amazing time. Next day, she texted me separately. She goes, hey, so like, I just want to like kind of bring that up. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you know, this isn't going to go anywhere. Like, if those are your timelines, they don't fit with mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. She was living with someone like probably 3 months later.
I mean,
and I think they have houses together. They're both in real estate. Like, they have like investment properties together. Yeah. Like, and I'm so happy for her.
She knew what she wanted, and this is what
she communicated clearly. I communicated clearly, and we're still like, again, we're not friends, but like, you know, when she buys her new house, like, oh, bought my third investment property. I'm in there like, yeah, congrats, good for you. Like, so happy for you. I'm still cheering on her. I'm still rooting for her because she was clear about it. She didn't hide anything. She said, these are my fucking timelines. I have a kid, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like, I respect when people just say what they mean and mean what they say. It's so hot. And
don't hide things.
It's so stupid.
And then be
like,
mad at me because I didn't know that you were hiding something.
It's just going to come out. My thing is with the bored, lonely, and a menace, this last one gets me fucked up because I am somebody where I don't know if I'm a weirdo. Again, you'll never have me figured out. I've had like men date me and they like listen to the pod and they think they know me. You don't fucking know me until you know me. I will always keep you on your toes, my little Gemini ass.
Sounds like you're the menace here. I don't know.
I
don't want to say it, but
I'm just spontaneous and impulsive and like, but I also can be a little traditional in how I feel. Like, people would be surprised to know that I don't want to be the breadwinner and blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like this independent woman. But
so wait, let me ask you this. How does a guy know when he actually knows you? Because if someone listens to my podcast, watches my videos online, there's a good chance they know me. I am who I am. What you see is what you get. I'm very open.
Same.
But, well, apparently
I've been very open, but like people think, like I've had people be like, oh, you're like so independent, which yes, I am about certain things. But when I'm in a relationship, I actually want to be very feminine. I don't want to be type A. I want to be like kind of taken care of, not like
dominated.
Spend money on me and buy me an Hermes. I mean, that'll be great. But like, I want you to be like my man. I can, yes, arrange everything. I don't want to have to do that all the time.
You don't need to, you want.
Yes, I can do it because I've had to do it. And people get that fucked up. So I think meeting the family for me is like insanely special. Like, I don't just introduce anyone to my family. And I have had people meet them and I expressed to them this is like a big deal and they didn't really respect that. And likewise, I've had people introduce me to family and then afterwards be like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, wild. Because like your parents just meet everyone you fuck. Like, that's weird to me. All right, like, do you feel, have you?
So I'm like 50-50 on that too. Because like I'm really close to my family and like in my 20s, my parents have this like really nice house up in Vaughan, which is like, picture the Jersey of Manhattan, okay? I live in downtown Toronto, which is Manhattan. Jersey is like Vaughan, okay?
I have strong feelings
People
about
have the
Jersey.
houses. So whatever. What's a town like 45 minutes from Manhattan?
Westchester?
Sure, Westchester.
Greenwich?
Yeah, Greenwich. So we would have times where like on Sundays we do barbecues and we just invite people to the house. Yeah. So there's days where like friends are coming over and like I would be on a date Saturday, you know, the person sleeps over. We go for a walk, grab breakfast. I'm like, what are you doing today? You want to come? Like, we're having a little house thing today. And it's not weird because like my parents have their friends over. I have a bunch of my friends over and there's fucking 30 people. We're making pizza.
That's different than one-on-one.
But again, they're still meeting the parents.
But that's different. Like I'm talking about guys have literally been like, come meet my parents in New York.
Like you're doing dinner together.
Like it's us four.
Yeah. Okay. So that is weird. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a big deal.
That's weird.
And they're like, don't read into it.
I agree. That's weird. If you're meeting the parents one-on-one like that, that means something.
I think it's so meaningful.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like a house party, different. Like, I mean, I've done that. I dated a guy once and he has a place in the Hamptons and shout out, I literally love him. But like as
Hamptons
a friend.
Are overrated, by the way.
But he has 4 kids and they were like coming and going and I'm like meeting the kids and it was not that serious to me or him. And I was like, it's a little weird. He's like, no, it's whatever. I'm like, your kids have seen some shit. Like they're teenagers.
Menace.
Yeah, like they've seen some shit. He's a menace for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why we got along. But yeah, like, I think that's weird. That's a menace, right?
I agree. That's a menace.
Yeah. Okay. That's sucked up.
Yeah. Menace.
Okay. So
I don't even know what track we were on, how we got. We're getting off track here. But
we're going all over the place.
But I love it.
The ADHD.
But this is what these are for, right?
But like, because I think that when you're dating somebody who is in whatever arena, softboy, fuckboy, somebody who just is dating you casually, whatever it is, not everybody who doesn't want to marry you is horrible.
Agreed.
Like they just didn't want it, you know? And I've dated plenty of nice guys that were fantastic, and I was probably problematic to them because I didn't want to be with them.
Look, I always say this, as long as you communicate, and some conversations suck to have, some conversations are tough to have.
Yeah.
But as long as you communicate your wants and your needs, there's no reason that like things can't continue to happen or they can't go in a different direction. Like what podcast did I go on? It's a New York one. With matchmaker Maria, actually. I said,
oh my God, I love her.
Yeah, she's sweet. We had a good conversation. A lot of her people hated me, and even me and Maria see things very differently.
Yeah.
So she said, "There's no point in being friends with people you went on dates with, people you had sex with," and I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah, She's agree
like,
with that.
But what's the? And I said, "Okay, what if it's a really good person?"
Yeah.
What if the person's actually a really good person? They're very successful. They've got their shit together. It's just romantically you didn't get along.
Yeah.
Don't you still want that person in your life?
It depends. They're not going to be in my close circle.
I'm like fucking Thanos. If you're a good person, I'm trying to collect you in my life. If you are a fucking good person with a good head on your shoulders and you're successful and you've got a lot of things going for you, I want you in my circle.
I respect that. Yeah.
And so now it's like, I've gone on dates with women who are fucking amazing people, like beautiful, amazing. Just there was something missing. Yeah. And we went on 3 or 4 dates and we both agreed we were amazing people to each other. And this is great, but it's not perfect. And it's great. Mm-hmm. And we've just decided, hey, we're not each other's person. Yeah. But we should still be in each other's lives because like there's so many different ways where we could work together in our industries, like, or maybe there's, connections we can make, or just sometimes to bounce ideas around, or hey, maybe sometimes I need to vent to somebody. Yeah. And you want a person's opinion that you trust and you feel comfortable with. So we stayed in each other's lives. And it's not romantic anymore. We don't look at each other as romantic partners, but we're still friends. And I wouldn't say we're best friends, but if I got married, I might invite this person to my wedding, depending on how big the wedding is.
Oh, I mean, look, if it was like a situation where you guys, it was like brief or whatever, and they're like an acquaintance, that's different. What I'm saying is like, I've dated guys where their best friends are girls that they like pursued for a while or hooked up with. And it's uncomfortable when they're like super present in their life. Like they're going to probably be in the wedding party. Sit there like, everyone knows what my husband's dick looks like. Weird energy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like if they could describe it to a sketch artist, it's too close.
Fair enough.
Okay,
so let me ask you this. You're the man you're dating, or, you date a man, you end up getting married, and you have a 300-person wedding, which is not big, which is not small. It's kind of in the
God. As a wedding planner, that's gigantic.
That's gigantic?
It's expensive as fuck.
I know it's expensive, but like, to me, like over 3 is when you get big. Like, so, and under 100 is small. Like, that's kind of how I
think I would say
so let's say a 250-person wedding. My brother's wedding was 250 people.
Okay.
That was a nice size wedding. I think it was a good middle size.
Pretty large, yeah.
At your wedding, is there anybody there that, aside from your husband, that you've slept with? No. Now, if your husband wanted to invite someone that he's slept with because they're close enough to make the 250-person list, but they're not in the wedding party, is that weird to you?
It depends who it is. Like, I mean, like the person I'm dating now, right? He had an ex of 7 years, and I found out he's been talking to her, and I'm like, well, if you're going to invite her to the wedding, that's fucking weird.
Agreed.
She did not invite him to her wedding, by the way.
That's right. At my wedding, there's people I've slept with at my wedding. 100%. 1,000,000%.
But you didn't date them for years.
No, I didn't date them for years. But there's people that are close enough to me that will be invited to my wedding. And there's weddings I've gone to.
But would they be in the wedding party?
No, they wouldn't be in the wedding party because my wife gets to choose the wedding party. I'm not forcing her to put my friends in. If she wants to, she can, great, but I'm not forcing that. But there's weddings I've been invited to where I've slept with the bride, and the groom knows it.
Well, you were in your fuckboy era.
Exactly.
It didn't count. She didn't respect you.
But again, we're still friends, or maybe it didn't work.
She decided.
I have a close girlfriend of mine that I'm closer with her boyfriend now than her. We're still really close, but I'm closer to her boyfriend. They met because of me.
This is my question, because this is a huge epidemic.
So is that a red flag to either of them or to me that we're still friends?
It's not, because you are not That's a little bit more of a different situation, I will say. And especially when people, again, are getting married, it's very different. Do you think that this is part of the reason why men are lonely? Because like I always hear from men that it's very hard to make friends. And I will say that men have such a hard time making friends versus women. Like we get drunk, go to the bathroom. I'm immediately getting girls' numbers in the bathroom at like freaking Checkies. But you guys have an issue when you're not an influencer making friends because how do people meet?
Are you kidding?
Is that how men are?
If men can't make friends, red flag. 100%.
Really?
If anyone who doesn't have a close circle that passes over 10 years, red flag.
Really?
If you look at my birthday from when I was 21 to my birthday now, 6 out of the 8 guys are still the same.
Women are not like that.
You go to my 16th birthday to my birthday now, 4 out of the 8 are still the same. If someone who doesn't have close friends over a longevity of time, I think that's a huge fucking red flag. But men, you go to the gym. I'm like friends with a guy at the gym. I don't even fucking know his name. And we talk every single day. We make plans. I still don't know his real government name. Well, I call him by his like Instagram name because I didn't know it. Now we've been friends for too long. I can't ask. So I call him his nickname that's on Instagram because he doesn't have his real government name. I don't know his real government name. And we dap up every day. We work out together. We go for lunch after the gym. And I'm like, I don't even know this fuck. And I'm too deep into our friendship. It's been a year. I can't even ask this guy's fucking name anymore. Men make friends so easy. It's like at the gym, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, you need a spot, bro? Hey, man, yo, great set. You want to work out later? Men make friends so easily. So maybe the men that you're meeting, I gotta see some of the men you meet.
Well, so like people come to New York sometimes from other countries, from whatever, and like they don't know anyone here. And like, yeah, they have friends, but like they don't have a lot of local friends because they're not trying to hang out with the people that they work with, which I totally understand. And I will say, don't fucking talk to me at the gym. I did a whole episode about this.
But you don't want women to talk to you at the gym? If you're in a Pilates studio or something, you don't make friends at the Pilates?
I mean, no, I look scary apparently according to everyone, but I'm actually super approachable. If you come talk to me, I will 100% talk to you and I'll be like, let's like hang. And you're also an extrovert like me, so it's easy to make friends.
People that want to make friends can make friends.
I sometimes think introverts need to grow up. People that are shy just need to grow up sometimes. Like you just need to push it aside for a second.
There's nothing wrong with being an introvert or being shy. Just don't complain that the world is hard for you. Because when you ask for something, you will receive. Yeah. Right? Like me, I don't think the world's that hard because I believe that the world spins to make me happy. When you believe the world spins to make you happy, things just happen to you. I've got a guy, his name's Johnny. We're going to dinner tonight. We've been Instagram friends for 2 fucking years. I don't know his last name. Yeah. We're going to dinner tonight.
But like,
again, it's just, if you want to make friends, and we DM each other back and forth. I've come to New York alone many times and I've had the best time and I've made friends with people in New York.
You're so extroverted, so I could see that. I mean, I was an introvert in high school and people that probably know me now, like, and see me now, my high school friends see me doing a pod and they're like, this girl's so different from, I was so shy because I just decided one day to be like, fuck it. And my life changed for the better. But a lot of people don't have that moment.
Shoot or shoot.
I will say this, just to kind of wrap up this episode for like, you know, our actual topic. If you are dating someone, right, and you have to get like a forensic accountant to figure out what the fuck they're trying to do with you, they're not your person.
Yeah, 100%.
But softboys are just as toxic for me as a fuckboy.
I believe if someone doesn't make you feel calm, if someone doesn't feel like home, get out. That would be my biggest thing. Like any relationship I've ever been in, at the beginning or when I decided to get into it, it felt comfortable. It felt like home. If someone doesn't make you feel like you're at home when you're with them, get out. If you can't have fun with the person doing nothing, like I always say, if the power goes out and your phones die, can you enjoy this person's company? If the answer is yes, then that's your fucking person. If the answer is no, if you can't hang out with them with all these crazy, exciting, fun plans like I talk about, that's not your person.
I think like, can you just like lay next to each other and talk for and 5 hours
and be stupid
about fuck all? Can you have a little podcast basically with the person just about nothing? Literally like a Seinfeld episode. Like it's about nothing. I love that. That's actually my favorite thing to do in a relationship.
100%.
I would say I went on a date once with a guy who was like, he'd been with someone for 10 years. They were married and divorced. And he was like, I'm like, why did you get divorced? And he was like, there's no real reason because she's a great person. But like what I realized one day is I just couldn't fully be myself. And I was so fucked up by that. I was like, how did you not know that for 10 years? If I don't feel like I can be weird as shit with you, Not like gross. I think people get that twisted. They're like, I can fart in front of my partner. Ew, disgusting. Let's keep some romance.
Yeah.
But if you can't be just like ferally honest and completely out of control with the words that come out of your mouth and they don't judge you,
yeah,
not your person.
I also like, I've said this too, and I get a little bit of heat. Like when people say, would you date a divorced like mother?
Yeah.
The mother part doesn't do it. Like if you got a daughter, yeah, like I understand things happen sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Dating someone who's been divorced is always tricky for me because like I need to know why. Because
yeah.
one, did you just pick the wrong person? Two, did you grow apart? If you grow apart, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I want to know, why'd you quit? Like what's the reason you quit? Because I fucking hate quitters. Like if I say I'm going to do something, there's a 99% chance I'm going to do it because I hate people that say they're going to do something and don't do it. And I hate quitters. And if you say you're going to marry someone, that's till death do us part. Well, why'd you leave?
You know what?
Happened?
I will say this because I almost got married to somebody. I was engaged. And I will say sometimes you get swept up, and this happens a lot. I see this a lot, especially with women, with somebody who's enamored with you. My friend was telling me she's seeing this guy she does not even like. The way she talks about him, that's 6 dates in. And I'm like, why do we keep wanting to go back? And she's like, well, I don't know how he feels. I'm like, fuck that. How do you feel about him? Do you even like him?
Would you like the idea of him?
Yeah, she just likes that he likes her.
Yeah.
That's a toxic situation.
Or it's like people like the potential the person has. Don't date the potential.
I hear this all the time.
Date the person, not the potential. Everybody's got potential. Do you know how fucking hard it is to achieve your potential? It's very fucking hard. Date the person you have in front of you. Like we used to talk about this at my work all the time. My dad would be like, oh, this guy's got so much potential. I'm like, Dad, he's been working for you for 10 years.
Yeah.
He's not going to reach it. Are you happy with who he currently is? For what you pay him for, are you happy? If you are, keep him on the payroll. If you're not and you want him to be better and you think you should be getting more, then let him go because you're doing him a disservice too.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've suffered from Captain Save-A-Ho. I've said that many times on this show.
I've never heard that. I love
Captain Save-A-Ho was Alyssa Marie for sure. But no, I definitely agree. If you can't be yourself, if you are confused all the time, like
get out.
Get the fuck out, guys.
If you don't feel like you're at home, get out.
Oh my gosh. Ricky, I'm so happy that you came.
I'm so happy you had me on. Thank you for allowing me to come on and giving me a platform to share some stories and talk some shit. Thank you.
I can't wait to see you in Toronto.
Whenever you come, Toronto, we don't pronounce the second T.
Toronto.
Toronto. There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When you come to Toronto, we'll get you on mine and we will continue this lovely conversation. We'll shoot this shit because my co-host is a woman. Yeah. So you'll have a lot of, and we're very different, but we also see eye to eye on a lot of things. So we'll be able to get a little bit of a different take too.
Love that. Wait, so I mean, people that don't know, do you want to say your tags and the name of your show?
Yeah, so my handles are all Your Pal Rick. Exactly how it's spelled. And most people think it's Patrick, but no, Your Pal Rick. My podcast is the Pals Podcast. But yeah, follow along and see what fucking crazy bullshit I'm getting up to these days.
Oh my gosh, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Peace.